Hi guys, welcome to another beer review, and today we're having another look at a beer that I got in the Mikkeller beer mail, and I wanted to get this done as quickly as possible because I don't want any fade at all on this one, and when I get a beer like this I want to drink it as fresh as I can. And yeah, freshly showered, got the brew cat on camera having a nice little nap, so what more could you want? Hopefully a good beer. So today's beer is and I've no idea how that is pronounced, K colon rlek. Not sure what it means, but I think this is a series of, is it yearly releases from Mikkeller? I've tried to do a little bit of research, but I didn't want to do too much, so my experience would be ruined of the beer. But I've not really seen too much online about this specific bottle. But all I know is that it's a series that has been going for a couple of years, and as you can see once again from Mikkeller, absolutely gorgeous artwork. But this time, the artwork comes courtesy of Sara Nilsson. So yeah, really nice looking artwork. Even though it's not the usual Mikkeller stuff, it's still a really nice piece, and I've realised that I'm half off camera, which is probably a good thing. But yeah, fantastic looking beer. So this is described as an American Pale Ale, 2017. Best before date is the 12th of the 1st, 2018, or is that the 1st of December 2018? I'm imagining it's first. I don't know. I don't know if they go by the American or the European. Yeah, I'd imagine they're going by the European dating system. So that's the 1st of December 2018, which is quite a hefty shelf life for a beer like this. Beer is clocking in at 4.9%, so it's somewhat session strength. And I don't know if you could tell already, but just look at the colour of that beer in the glass. I'm expecting a murky, hazy fruit bowl of a beer, because I have seen a couple of reviews on Untappd, and yeah, I don't really get too much access to beers like this, which are all the rage right now. So having the opportunity, yeah, exactly, having the opportunity to try one of these, I'm going to jump at it. So without any further ado, let's get the beer opened. You want some? And see what we get. So then, nice amount of smoke on the neck. And of course the cat decides to go in front of the camera. Completely fair enough. Oh yeah, beer in the glass. Not going to put all of it in right now, but Jesus Christ, look at that. That is almost like a milky pineapple juice thingy. Jesus Christ, especially on camera, that looks stupendously like milky, pale, yellow, just wonderful. And it doesn't look that much different in the flesh. It just looks a little bit darker where I'm sat right now because of the lighting. But yeah, that is hazy, murky. It just looks great, doesn't it? And yeah, you cannot see through that at all. Beer poured with not even a finger's worth of head. It dissipated quite quickly. So I think this has been brewed with barley malts, oat flakes and rye malt. And the hops are Citra and Simcoe, and the barley malt is Maris Otter, is that? Yeah. So yeah, Citra Simcoe. So I'm expecting one hell of a dank experience with this. So anyway, it just looks absolutely fantastic, doesn't it? Almost like, is that actually a beer or is that pineapple juice? Let's see what it smells like. Well, it's definitely hoppy. It's definitely got that pineapple, mango sort of vibe. Very vibrant tropical fruits. A little bit of an orange and a blood orange. Slight hint of a grapefruit. It has got that ever so slightly like caramelized, garlicky, oniony sort of like fruity, sweet earthiness to it. But yeah, it's got a really big hit of a tropical fruit juice. Not exceedingly potent though. It's got a real sense of balance and vibrancy to it. Such a lovely, pleasant smelling beer. Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic on the aroma. Definitely get these citrusy tones coming from that Citra, and that ever so slight dankness coming from the Simcoe. Smells absolutely wonderful. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. That is like a fresh fruit juice in a glass. I mean, of course, you can tell first and foremost that it's a very hoppy pale ale. It's got that like session strength pale ale character to it. But it's not like immensely fruity or anything like that, but it's as if you have got just the juice of like a lemon, the juice of a, I don't know, a little bit of a grapefruit, a little bit of orange juice, pineapple, mango, those sorts of flavours. And like, you know, you sometimes get these fruity beers and you can tell that it's like flavouring, where it's like taken completely over the top, ridiculously sweet. This has that sort of tart sourness that you get with genuine fruit juice. Very light, crisp, refreshing. It's amazing that a beer with an ABV of 4%, or is that? I can't really see. 4.9%. It's packed full of flavour. It's not too over top, it's not too clawing, it's not too puckering or anything like that. There might be a ever so slight hop burn as it goes down on the back end, but it's just that real vibrancy to it. The only thing that I wish this beer had would maybe a little bit more of a body. And I know beers like this of around roughly that ABV, it's amazing what brewers can do, how much body, how much flavour they can put into beers at low ABVs that a lot of people would just dismiss as not being that flavourful. But yeah, that's my only minor gripe with this one. It's a delicious breakfast juice beer. It's murky, it's hazy, even though that's in terms of the appearance, of course, but get a bit more of like a savoury, earthy tone when it's all in the glass and it's settled down a little bit. But no, that's lovely. I'm getting like a sherbety vibe going off now in my mouth. No real big hit of bitterness with this one. It is, you know, you can get that bitterness from the hops in there, but it's not too much and it's not too little. That's an absolutely lovely little beer. It really, really is. And you know what? Excuse me. Carbonated nicely. Nice flavours on the burp as well. We're coming towards the tail end of summer, even though August always seems to be like towards the end of summer, but it's summer back with a vengeance. If you're sat outside in the blistering heat, you sink down a couple of these, 3 or 4, 5 or 6, you could get yourself in some proper trouble in this heat with this beer. Thankfully it's cooled down a little bit now, but it's just so drinkable and I absolutely love it. The only thing that would stop this beer from getting like a 10 out of 10 for me personally, and you can agree or disagree with my judgment here, is if it had just a little bit more body to it, a little bit more bulk. I mean, you don't really get the sensation that they've put oat flakes in there. I had to make sure what sort of oat they've used. You don't really get that, and I've had some of these beers, although, you know, the guys back in the UK like Craig, Rob, Harry, Dean, Jake, James as well over in Sweden and Scotland or wherever he is right now. Yeah, they've had a lot more access to these sorts of tropical beers. So if they were to drink it, they'd probably, be able to give you a much more rounded opinion of this one. But from my experience with beers like this, which are all the rage right now, flavour is just, you can't fault it. You really cannot fault it. It's just the body that's just stopping it from getting that 10 out of 10. But this beer is definitely a world-class one. It's definitely one that you should check out if you get the opportunity to. And in terms of rating, I'm going to give this one a very solid 9 out of 10. It's one of those ones where I could just drink and drink and drink this beer because it's absolutely lovely. So if you've tried this or any of the other versions of this one throughout the years, let me know your thoughts and opinions. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on this series. I'm not too sure, again, about the concept of it or what it's really trying to prove or what the reason behind it is. But if you could give me some pointers, a little bit of information, fantastic. It's all about learning, and that's one of the big things that I like about doing these beer reviews is every beer that you drink, chances are you're going to get a new experience, you're going to take something new from it, you're going to learn about something, and that's what I like about it. And yeah, it transcends from just being a drink in the glass. But at the same time, you've got to remember that it is just a drink in a glass, but that's a different discussion for a different day. Lovely, lovely beer. 9 out of 10. Check it out down below. All the links are going to be provided. Check out Mikkeller. If you want to buy your own Mikkeller box, you can get a 25% discount if you use my referral code in the description. It also gives me a discount as well if I was to buy another one. And yeah, thank you all for watching this. I'm really enjoying this video. Beer. Thank you for watching, and I shall hopefully see you all later. Cheers. And also, don't forget to check out the artist, who is Sara Nilsson. That name rings a bell. I'm sure I've reviewed a beer that she's designed. I can't remember. Anyway, her links are down below as well, because I like to promote the designers just as much as the people who make the beer. I'm rambling on. I don't care. I enjoy the beer. Thank you all for watching. You're all awesome. Follow me on the usual social media platforms. The cat loves you because he wants to say goodbye, obviously. So, yeah. I shall see you all later. Cheers.